what the conditions are in the city that they keep,
Them being told what they can and can't do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Much like the city council in, Albany.
And Ashburn.
Well, the difference in Albany, once upon a time, the average length of service for an Albany police officer on the city PD was 18 months.
Well, I forgot we have abysmal service here.
You're underneath another roof.
I know. But even when I go on Wi-Fi, it won't connect to Wi-Fi here, so.
See, I got my.
It was
3 minutes.
the North Side Vice
Your call.
Principal, he was given a life sentence on aggravated child molestation and incest charges.
You call that a promotion, huh?
Pays $500 a month.
An unlimited aggravation?
Indeed.
Unlimited?
Unlimited.
I'd say that's a bit much.
I wouldn't.
I would say it's relatively limited. But periodically intense.
He was arrested in 2021.
That's the one that went to trial.
Yeah, he just got, he
Yeah,
was
just got
sentenced
convicted.
yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For life plus 7 years or something?
Yeah. For having relations with an 8-year-old for 9 years.
Yep.
All rise.
Get a haircut, hippie.
Wait.
Grow some hair.
Yeah, started when they were 8.
Oh,
When the child was 8 years old when it started, and it went on for 9 years.
He should, whoever that is should be taken out,
No.
scrubbed vigorously, wait, let me finish, scrubbed vigorously with a cheese grater, rubbed in salt, and then trolled behind the boat in the Gulf of Mexico.
I disagree entirely.
Fine.
Can I tell you why?
Listen,
Short eyes have a notoriously short lifespan in stir.
don't care.
Howdy.
No. My position is the punishment will fit crime.
No, it don't.
I'd
Not
still,
always.
I'd still rather troll him behind the boat.
Dude, they are the absolute lowest of the low in general pop.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but they still something alive in general pop.
Yeah, not long. And, calling that living is fairly, libertine with your terminology. No, I'm entirely happy with death by bonga.
Death by what?
Bonga.
Alright.
It's an old horrible joke.
Okay.
That now you're expected to explain.
I'm not gonna explain, I'm not gonna explain to the newspaper while we are prepared to be in session. I'm sitting here, I can be recorded, I can be quoted in the
You
newspaper.
are being recorded, yes.
And I do not want the story of death by bonga to be in the newspaper.
I wouldn't mind the Blood Eagle either.
You know,
How are ya?
old, feeble, decrepit, you wearing a dress?
Yes.
Where you going tonight?
Okay.
No, it's your eyes playing the joke.
You got what?
Your
It's
eyes
comfy.
playing the jokes on you.
It's comfy?
It's comfy.
It's one of them
I've always
most-
found the dress comfy when I wear one.
Oh, here we go. TMI.
You was worried about explaining.
You're right, Alex.
Do what?
Just gonna, I'll chair to prove it.
Yeah,
I know.
noticed that.
Just gonna
I need
crawl
that.
up under here
Come in here
and
and
remain there until the actual meeting starts.
You got new glasses?
yeah, these are my meta glasses.
Your what glasses?
My meta glasses.
Meta? Or
Take a
meta?
picture of you.
Is what?
Take a picture of you.
Did you just take
META.
a picture of me with your
I
glasses?
did.
Send it to me.
Is it?
You can record, you can have a conversation with them. You can
Yeah,
call
I
somebody.
talk on the phone with them. They are prescription though, so I can see out of them.
Lord in the
Yeah,
morning.
META. Meta.
Meta.
Yeah.
They've got the ones out now that you can read the writing on the inside of them, but they're too much.
I'm waiting for the brain implant myself.
I've been talking about that because we're doing Gilded Age, talking about it in my US two, Gilded Age, and we started making all steel warships in the 1880s with steam engines, but they still had sailing masts. And I use that as an entree into technological plateaus and how far people are willing to go. Pacemaker, not a problem. Anticonvulsive, not a problem. Internal defibrillator, not a problem. Pins, screws, plates, no big deal. Implant a telephone? Oh no, that's the mark of the beast.
There'll be people who
I
want
actually
to.
tried to charge my glasses because they're almost dead, so it won't import.
Okay.
That's the
I'll send it
phrase
to you
I never
tonight.
thought I'd have to steal. I have to charge my glasses.
Yeah. There she is. Hey, no, do you know who did this courtroom? Like, who did the floor and stuff in the courtroom? Do you remember?
Cliff Harris.
Cliff. Did we ever get in touch with him about the floor?
Strong full.
Did we ever get in touch with him about the floor?
We cleaned it.
Oh, yeah, it's back.
It's back.
It's never dried.
Yeah. We just put paper over it because people in court was like, what
So
is it?
something else in this facility coming unglued? That's part of it.
Well, pretty much the
Yeah.
glue's coming up in,
It's
different
seeping through.
places. I think probably just gonna have to rip it up and redo it, I would think. I know y'all don't like to hear that.
Well, there's a bad place.
There's several bad
There's
places.
several bad places in
Well,
the
It's
one's
just-
gigantically bad.
It's just gonna
Yeah.
get worse if it doesn't get it.
It's breaking.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about doing some bids for it, cause it's bad over there.
We don't have any business in that.
Yes, Mayor, I
There
gotta
should be a
say
whole
this.
thing of them over there.
I put a pin on everybody's spot, is there not one there?
As a matter of fact, you did not.
What?
If you did, they got took up.
There should be a basket of pins up there unless somebody took it out.
That's like my routine, I walk down with the paper and then I walk back.
All right, let me call this meeting to order.
Y'all need me to?
Brent, how about leading us in a word of prayer, please?
Lord, we do thank you again for being here, for having the privilege of serving our community. We ask that you would guide our hearts and minds, that all that we do will be honorable, just, and legitimate and legal in every way. And Lord, that we will honor you in how we vote and how we act. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Let's say the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Finally,
I got tired.
all right. Gotta check this off before I know where I'm at. All right, discuss and vote to approve agenda.
Move to approve as written.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor, all in favor? Okay, so carried. All right, discuss and vote to approve minutes.
Oh, no.
Nope.
They don't.
Either we have to approve, amend the minutes, or congratulate our new council member.
Item 2.
Item 2 on the minutes. Ben, I didn't know you had been
I didn't
demoted
either.
to the position of councilman.
I didn't either.
I move that the term councilman be removed from the item 2 of the minutes and approve it as amended.
Second.
All in favor? Copy, so carried. I'm glad she was sitting in here tonight.
Dang it, I just knew it.
To tell the truth, Clay caught that before I did.
And you know, I went back over there 2 or 3 times, you didn't see it.
Okay. Item 5 on the agenda, discuss and vote on payday payroll services. I know y'all wondering what this is. I'm gonna turn the floor over to our clerk and let her explain it to you.
Okay, so, according to our auditor and a couple of different people actually, QuickBooks, which is what we use to do payroll and, our checks and our reconciling and a bunch of different things, eventually it won't be updated anymore. I think the last update was 2024. Right now, we're still able to use it, for everything. I manually do payroll and Ashley reconciles and we do everything through QuickBooks. But we started looking into different programs to kind of outsource some of the things that we do for when we eventually have to change. So on the clerk's email platform, I reached out to some of them and, a bunch of them recommended Payday for their payroll service. And basically, they pretty much do everything. They would like right now, the way I do it is I do payroll through QuickBooks manually, and then I have to go, pay the payroll taxes through the, like in the DOL, the 947, all the quarterly payroll taxes. I go into Colony, distribute the direct deposits and different things like that. So they would do all this. And they also have like an app where everybody can clock in and out. So me and Ashley would have like an administrative login, and then Joyce would have a login, an administrative login over her guys. Sean would have an administrative login over their guys. You clock in and out on the app. You, like if you wanna request leave, request vacation, you can do that through the app, and it can come up, and Sean can see that O'Toole wanted to take off next week, or what, and they pay all the payroll taxes. Any payroll updates or new, like the whole new thing with the overtime, they keep up with all of that. And I've talked to the lady a couple of times, and it seemed like a good idea, so I wanted to come see what y'all thought. And it's $294.20 a month, so it's $525 a person. That's when we have 14 employees, so.
Would you repeat the amount again?
Yeah, $294.20 a month.
Per person.
$294.20.
It's $5.25 a person, and we have 14 employees. And there'd be like a payroll person, kinda like, not really HR, just payroll, that we could talk to if we ran into any issues or needed anything. We would still be able to write checks if we needed to, if there was something we just needed that day or anything like that, they said we'd still be able to do that, so.
Your QuickBooks last update was 2 years ago?
2024, I think, yeah, I think we still have the 2023 version, so we might can do one more update, but it's no more. They had a cloud version that we tried, it was horrible, so we stayed with the desktop version, and I still love QuickBooks.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll still be using it to write checks and reconcile for now, it's just payroll, we'd be taking it out, and then eventually we'd have to find something to do the other.
Is QuickBooks merging with something else? I just feel like I just saw a commercial for Intuit QuickBooks.
They're just cloud based now, see, we use the desktop version.
Okay,
Which I hate it, cause like I said, I like QuickBooks
Gotcha.
desktop,
Personally,
but.
I have no use for cloud-based storage.
Now, would this service provide us with digital and or, hard copy?
Yes, it would mostly all be digital, but anytime I needed anything, I could just reach out and they'd send me copies, and I'd also have the login where I could see, like, all the check, and everybody would have access to their own stuff too, like, right now, they just come to me and Ashley if they want a copy of their check stub, but I think they'd be able to just see it on their own, on their app, so.
And they take care of the pulling the taxes and
Yeah,
separating
they do all that, like the Medicare, Social Security, all the quarterly taxes, the Georgia taxes, all that, they would do all of it.
what's that going to do to the timeline from when time is turned in till the time's checked cut?
I don't think it'll change anything.
Okay,
Yeah, cause right now I submit taxes, I pay weekly, there's some stuff QuickBooks generates for me to pay weekly out of payroll, and then some of it I do like every quarter, so April, like, September, December. So, They would just be doing it, pretty much. Yes.
What are you gonna do with all your free time?
I guess log into my
That's a joke, by
administrative,
the way, Benjamin.
log into my administrative login and look at everybody's time off.
Mr. Mayor, it occurs to me that this falls under the category of cost of doing business. Our payroll management is not gonna be working, and $5 and change a person a month, I think, is entirely reasonable, particularly for what we're getting out of it.
I did look at the budget too, it looked like we had it in contingencies, and then maybe when, July rolls around, we can make a budget item for payroll cost.
What's your suggestion?
Move to approve the acquisition of, what is this thing called again?
Payday.
Positive, payroll, payday payroll services for the, discussed price per employee.
Do I have a second?
Second.
second.
Okay, all in favor? So carried. Alright, next item on the agenda, discuss and vote on positive pay bank security. As y'all know, we had a check, Georgia Power check, that was whitewashed. And a person's name put in it. And they cashed the check. It was through Colony Bank. Well, that had, correct me if I'm wrong, that has not been resolved yet, has it? I didn't think so. Last we heard, they supposedly were doing security on this. So, in other words, we've lost that money unless they come up and find some way of reimbursing it or whatever. It was a power check. Do you remember how much it's for? 4,000 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were two, right? 4,000 and, what was it, 3? Maybe one was 3.
4,800 and something?
Yeah,
Yeah. You can clearly look, cause I've got a copy and of the checks that's been wrote. And you can clearly see by looking at the check that was offered.
And this was a check that we wrote to Georgia Power?
Right, and mailed to Georgia Power. And somebody, whether it was through the post office, not accusing Sycamore or anybody, talking about the mail system somewhere, or could have been an employee of Georgia Power for all we know.
I think they're looking into that too, when we called in for a power.
Yeah, they're supposed to be looking into it. Anyway, they've come up with a thing, called fraud protection positive pay, that they're suggesting we get. I'm gonna suggest we don't get. But I'm gonna read you just a paragraph here. It says, with automated clearinghouse services, your business can save money on processing costs by making payments and transfers without a check or wire. ACH transactions are handled electronically to speed money along with maximum efficiency. And they say that there's more and more of this that is happening, not just with us, all the way around. with these checks being taken, somehow or another they whitewash it. It makes like say a check was wrote out, mailed to him, and they got hold of it. It erases Allen Coker on there, and then somehow they can put in their name and cash that check. And you work through a banking system, so you know what I'm talking about. Alright? I have, Colony Bank wants, let me look.
You talking about the price? The price?
No, I'm looking, it says types of ACH services available, ACH direct debit, ACH vendor payments, ACH cash concentration. The price on this monthly fee, and that's why I do not care, and I'll state it for Colony Bank. $45 a month per account. And we got how many accounts?
Six.
Yeah.
Six, 7 accounts with them
If there's six, that's $270 a month.
that we gonna be paying them. No,
Is this per account that we signed up for this service for ACH? How many accounts are we writing these checks out of?
Gosh, there's the lunch.
well, we got Splosh,
I know.
T-Splosh,
General Splost, T-Splost, there's gonna be a Flost account.
That we're paying Georgia Power out of?
Georgia Power is just general and water,
Okay.
and water is actually through South Georgia.
I had said before, a few months ago, that I wanted to move everything from Colony to South Georgia, and I still do. And I'm even more adamant about it now, wanting to do it. But that's council's decision, and it's mine. I don't like their way of doing business, never have, period.
So basically, what you're saying is that Colony Bank has failed to, properly perform their fiduciary responsibility.
South Georgia Bank called it on the check that was wrote on it. They called it before it happened.
How many checks have we had this happen to?
They did,
Two, yeah, it was these.
it was just these last two.
And they were both to Georgia Power?
Yeah, so we split the
Both of them.
Georgia Power bill, like, there's a bunch of different ways we split it through departments, but one of them is general fund, and then there's also some that comes out of water, so they always get two checks.
And then the person who wrote it to themselves
It's a random name,
and cashed it.
yeah.
They cashed it.
They cashed the Colony one, South Georgia, I know South Georgia caught it quicker, I don't know if they were able
So
to
they were
cash
both
it.
done locally at local banks.
Did we say which bank it, I don't remember.
No, it didn't say which
Yeah.
bank it was cashed at.
Yeah, I don't know which bank.
Yeah, yeah, council just said that Georgia Power, he had talked with them, they had launched an investigation into this thing. What do you need, though? Yeah, hand up.
Ben, if I go too fast for you on this, just throw your hand up in the air. 18 U.S. Code, Section 1344, bank fraud. Whoever knowingly executes or attempts to execute a scheme or artifice to defraud a financial institution or obtain all the monies, funds, credits, assets, etc., shall be fined not more than $1 million or imprisoned not more than 30 years or both. That is from U.S. Code, and it's also a felony under Title 16 of the Georgia Criminal Code. Where's the FBI on this? Where's GBI on this?
Where have they been on anything?
My point is, that check went in the mail. When it went in the mail, that's Title 18, Section 1344. Guaranteed. It's mail fraud and bank fraud. And the FBI, has the FBI been notified? Has GBI been notified?
I mean, I can't answer that question, cause there's so much of it going on, somebody might have notified them. But,
Well, and I appreciate that, and I know why you say that. My question is, Georgia Power's at $4,000, they gonna turn our lights out?
No, we went back and we,
We started paying them online.
to make sure this didn't happen.
So we paid it twice.
So,
Once to Georgia Power and once to another entity.
well,
Half
somebody,
of it we did, South Georgia called.
so somebody committed a felony and took 4,000 of Sycamore's favorite dollars before I would even consider any remedial information or remedial action. I wanna see what the feds got to say about it.
Aside from that, just get back to the positive pay bank security side of it. That's a service that's offered by Colony Bank, is what you're saying, that particular service.
But at $45 per.
No, right, so that's a service that's offered by them as part of their, I'm assuming their business banking product overhang. So I guess that's a question about either whether or not we wanna set it up for all of those accounts, or whether or not we wanna look at what business banking offerings are offered at another institution to see if it would be any cheaper. The reason I say that is because working for a bank, I know that business banking accounts tend to have a lot of different product offerings, and a lot of it depends on the size of your business, how many checks you write, and what services you need. So you could get multiple banks, local banks, to give you proposals, and they can do that based off of your current transactions that you have.
You can see the price there, you see,
So,
it ain't 45, it's 25.
but that's 25 for all accounts versus per account, or is that what that looks like to me?
Yes, South Georgia said 25 for all of them.
For all accounts. So you've got two options. You can either move your accounts to South Georgia, or you can take South Georgia's quote over to Colony and stay with Colony and see if they'll match what South Georgia's offering. And that's, that's just the nature of doing business. I think we need something like that set up if we're gonna keep, bank fraud is only gonna get worse and worse. And the people out there with technology and with AI and with everything else, it's only gonna get harder and harder to spot. So I think you're gonna probably be in a situation where you're gonna have to look at setting up something for that. Whether you choose to do it, or whether we choose to do it at South Georgia, or at Colony, or at Timbuktu Bank, or Credit Union, it's gonna be based on what the offerings are. Would it be easier to stay where we're at and get it if they agree to do it at that price at Colony? By all means, yes, it would, cause it's a pain in the butt to transfer all of your bank accounts.
It's pain in the butt, I agree, but it's one I'll take, I'm sick of calling,
Well,
person,
but
go ahead.
No matter where we go, no matter how much we pay for this, who's gonna indemnify who in the event a check is defrauded? Who ends up paying? Bank ain't gonna pay.
I know I got. That's
suggest-
South Georgia,
Mr. Mayor,
yeah.
I suggest we table this pending, conversation with Colony and South Georgia banks. We don't need to make an immediate, rush decision on changing institutions unless we have to.
Okay,
I concur.
okay.
Agreed.
Wanna put that in motion?
I move this be tabled.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. All right. Next item up, item 7, discuss and vote on beer and wine application for 1261 Bugsy Road. I'll turn the floor over to our chief.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna do this just the way I normally would. On 2/5/26, I received an alcohol beverage license application from the above name, which is Chatali Patel. Ms. Patel provided a valid address for the purpose of application and subsequent background investigation. A background investigation did reveal a criminal record. It's my opinion, based on this investigation, that Ms. Patel is not eligible for a permit at this time.
Move to deny.
Second.
All in favor? All against? You against tonight?
You're against denying it?
Oh, you're voting to.
We voted to
I
deny it.
To
misunderstood.
deny.
I'm in favor then, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
All right, so
misunderstood
carried.
the motion.
I just wanted to make sure that your voice was heard.
Yeah, that would've been page one next week.
Huh?
That would've been page one next week.
Yeah, preacher wants mirror life.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Saint becomes a sinner. Amen.
All right, item 8, discuss and vote to adopt a resolution comprehensive plan that's sit right here.
What is it?
It's a
Don't tell me it's comprehensive plan.
2026 comprehensive plan.
For what?
They do it every year.
Is it the disaster mitigation thing?
No, it's a comprehensive plan of, about what projects you may have that you got going, or what your inside is that you would like to do
Can you
during
pass
the
that?
year. You know, that's what it is.
It's paperwork for Atlanta paper pushers.
Turner County and cities.
It's paperwork for Atlanta paper pushers.
Yeah.
What's
Exactly.
that?
Paperwork for Atlanta paper pushers. You gotta have it so that you're eligible for grants.
Well, once upon a time, we had to have a disaster mitigation plan.
Got
And we
one.
ain't had that meeting in 12 years.
And there's one in place.
When was it voted on?
County commission did it.
Adopted by the county commission February 24th.
This is just me, but I was on that committee back when Janice Varnador was still working for the city, because she was on the committee too. And that was a long time ago. But Janice ain't worked for us for a minute. As I understood it, each of the municipalities had to have representatives on that committee, and I ain't heard nothing from it. Benjamin, this vexes me.
I don't remember voting on this last year.
I don't remember voting on that.
When do we have to decide on that comprehensive plan?
Quickly, I believe.
When?
Quickly, I believe.
Yeah. About like the lobster root.
When was it delivered to us?
The comprehensive plan?
Yes.
When did we get that in?
Was that?
They sent me an email with that and the like sample resolution probably like last week.
Well, it was adopted in the future, cause it was adopted February 24th, 2026, and we are not there yet, so.
Does that actually say
This is-
February 24th?
Yes, it does.
It might be the effective date, maybe?
It says adopted by the county commission February 24th, 2026.
That document can't be approved.
All right, we're gonna table this the next month. We've got a couple of errors here we need to check on. And, we, got the wording that's failed on the resolution too. So, we're gonna table that the next month.
They sent me that too, so.
Go ahead. All right. Next item up.
Have you seen the comprehensive plan? You're gonna vote for or something you've not seen?
All right. Next item up, discuss and vote on cleaning bids. We have a few here, not a whole bunch, but a few. bid, if you wanna write this down now. Is from, should I read the name or just leave the name? No. From Eunice William Foster, said going to bid 800, but clean 2 times out the month. So 400 a day, 2 times. So $800 a month, pretty well is what it's saying.
Quick question before you go on. What is that, cover, what cleaning is that covering?
I think the courtroom, the lobby,
My office.
The lobby
Charlotte's
and you-
office, and, like the bathrooms and, yeah, pretty much everything up
In this
here.
building?
Yes.
Okay, I just needed to know.
Next one's from Katrina Clark. And it says cleaning everything every other week for $150. We will furnish our cleaning supplies, vacuum and mop bucket, and all other supplies. Does that mean $150 every other week?
That's what I was
Sounds
gonna
like
ask.
I
Better
think
to
so.
show, Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might have some questions on that.
Yeah, I don't know if she got confused maybe, cause she does the PD, but
Yeah.
she does that for a little bit more and it's a lot smaller. so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, we're like 3 times.
Next one we got is from Janet's Cleaning Service. And, it reads court, first time deep cleaning, $325. After that, $175 bi-weekly. That's every other week. I don't know why I said that. But anyway. City Hall, first time deep cleaning, $225. After that, $125 bi-weekly. So, that way in Constitution, but
$300 probably.
you know, that's what I was headed. $300 bi-weekly. All right,
Is that it?
that's it. That's all we got on the bid.
Would you repeat that first one again?
$800
Yeah,
per month,
Per month or?
twice a month, $400 each time.
Yeah. It'd be 800 a month.
I think we need to find out whether or not they're licensed, bonded, before we make any decisions.
okay.
Concur.
Good point.
But letting you know, your low bid here, if you decide anything, of course, you said you wanted to find out about this person, that's fine, I got no problem with that. Would be Janet's Cleaning Service, yes, would be your lowest.
It wouldn't be the lowest, but I do like that she said deep cleaning, first.
I'm talking about the, bi-weekly stuff,
Gotcha.
yeah, would be the lowest.
Unless, of course, Katrina is confused about what she's gonna be cleaning.
That's what we was thinking too.
Yeah.
Cause like for sure, the courtroom floor needs it, like all the walls, like the deep cleaning part I like. Cause nobody has deep cleaned it, even the one we had before, that was charging us an arm and a leg, never cleaned the walls that Wayne asked her to clean, or the windows or anything. It definitely needs it. And that has to be cleaned up all the time, cause it's seeping through the floor. The glue.
I think we definitely need to reach out to Katrina and Janet's and find out about licensing, bonding and all that.
Concur.
Okay? making a motion to table until next month?
Yes, motion to table until next one.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor? So carried. Alright. Discuss and vote on the grapple truck. John, floor yours.
All right. As mentioned to y'all, me and Adam talked about the boom on the grapple truck has got play in it. Well, I had it carried and checked out, and it's got way too much play in it to the amount it's dangerous. The bid on fixing it is $16,500. And that does not count the fluid or the freight for the part.
Is it vertical or lateral play?
It's, lateral, it sits flat, right in the pivot point where it turns, right there by the guy's head, that's what's, wow. Yeah, it was way more than what I expected, but parts itself is expensive for that. And not only that, you have to replace the bolts as well when you change them.
Keep in mind that the grapple truck we've had it for 11 years now.
Yes.
We had that thing for that long?
Yep.
Yes, it's a 2015 model. And we bought it new on lease purchase.
Sean, one quick question. Is it safe as it is now?
No, it is not.
Thank you. Then the repair is not optional, it's required.
I concur in all particulars. Make your motion.
I so move.
Second.
All in favor? It will be, if the council does not mind, let's pay that out of supply.
Concur.
That's
Absolutely.
satisfactory with that.
It's the only sensible move.
Yep.
Okay?
16,500, and I don't, it'll be a little more than that because of the fluid that has to go back in and the freight.
Look into replacement.
Well, we don't want to help about you.
When we bought that, we bought it for $125.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Go
I didn't know
ahead.
if you wanted to do that
Since
now or later.
Getting tied in, go ahead.
Okay, just for curiosity purposes, we did get a quote on a new one with the thinking of purchasing it like we purchased the last one. Another truck equivalent with ours, the chassis would be an international chassis on it, but they don't use Ford anymore. It's $215,291. If we done it on the lease purchase, we could make the payments like we did on the last one. And the other option to go with this, because you know, the bucket truck is still an issue, we haven't resolved anything on that yet. And, me and Clay was talking about this today, that if we done a lease purchase on a new grapple truck, we could take the old one, fix it, or sell it as is, and take the money off it and purchase a bucket truck. That's options.
And that can be paid out of supply.
Either way we go though, this has gotta be fixed before we do anything.
Well,
Either way,
if we're gonna continue using it, yes. There is an option to put it out there to sell it as is. Of course, you probably wouldn't get as much for it, if we decided to sell it.
Do we need to use the grapple truck in the next month?
I needed to use it today, but we went back to old school just with a backhoe and a dump truck. And picked them up that way.
well, if we're considering selling it to another agency, another whatever,
It would be better to
definitely
be
bring
fixed.
more in good condition.
Right,
So either way, it needs to be.
it needs to be fixed.
Needs to be fixed. And I suggest we dig into the numbers and see what our different options are. You know, look at the numbers.
Plus one thing to throw in there, we do not have the numbers right now, it'll be a few days till we
Yeah,
get them.
I can get him here next
What the lease
week.
purchase will be,
That's,
and y'all need to hear that before you make a decision.
Absolutely.
But we gotta repair it regardless, because we need it,
Yeah, we gotta repair it regardless.
so the rest of it can wait.
Yeah, the other we can talk about that more next month. We'll have more figures and all that.
now, just a little background, 11 years ago, I didn't realize it was that long either.
It's been a while.
I did a cost analysis on the lease purchase of our existing grapple truck as opposed to continuing to use the backhoe and dump truck and sometimes the ditch witch with 2 and sometimes 3 people, not counting possible, workman's comp from injuries. I did not take that into account, but it would cost us to lease that vehicle $25,000 a year. It saved us in other equipment downtime and personnel man hours. It saved us $30,000 a year. So really, that truck paid for itself in the first 5 years and has been profitable for us since.
Yes.
I'm hoping that the numbers will give me the same kind of picture on a new grapple truck lease purchase. I'm not committing to a thing, but I'll look at the numbers.
Sean, how fast can we get it fixed, do you know?
I'll make a phone call in the morning and tell him to go ahead and start on it. And he'll have to order the part, and I don't know time delay for them to get the part and get it in.
Okay.
I'm just depending on them to, the company to get it fixed. I can get a estimate on that in the morning when I talk to him.
So we voted on the fixed.
We did.
Okay, good. The other, we will table, and just to let y'all know, we have a lot of happy customers in the city. I have been bombed, Bethany has, so has, Ashley. The rebate on the water bill of the debris, they have been ecstatic over that, and they are so happy over it, and they were so appreciative, people were. And we've had privilege when they come in here, well, how much is my water bill? Oh, you don't owe nothing this month, you know, you got a credit of so much. It has went over big time. And I'll give you more information, what I plan to do, or to get the council to move forward on taxes, probably at next month's meeting. Right now, I'm doing figures and everything. Once I get them down, I'll let you know. All right.
All right, in reference to that, okay, we agreed to the $7 per month taken off for debris.
Yeah.
We didn't agree for any of it to come off of water.
So,
It's on the same bill, isn't it?
yes.
Wait. That's two different sections. It ain't the same money.
Yeah, it's the same bill.
It's the same bill.
We can put anything on the bill, we can take off the bill too.
Well,
When it comes to debris, you could have put 0, 0, 0.
I didn't,
But now, whenever the water people come up here and we just borrow $700,000 and they look at it and say, look here, y'all just gave everybody a discount. We discounted water.
who was it to come up with that idea?
I did.
Oh, that's right, it was.
I sure did.
Okay,
I
you
sure did.
question
I
your
said
own thing.
debris. There's a difference
So just
between
to-
debris
if there's
and
a-
water.
Debris,
I didn't.
water and
I
sewage
couldn't
is on
figure
the
out how
same
to
bill.
take the $7
Yeah.
off each
The
month.
debris
So,
was
I
given
know
a
how to
rebate.
coupon, so we just did 7 times 12.
It's $84 a month,
So I went through-
$84 a year.
Yeah, it was 84, I just went one by one, took me like all day, but I went through
Right.
everybody's water bill that got charged debris and just give them a coupon.
So just the ones that had debris.
Yeah, just the
I
ones,
think,
there's not very
I
many
think,
that
I think
don't.
when the water people look at it, they gonna look at it different.
Well, they're welcome to look at it any way they want to. The simple fact of the matter is, we're giving them a debris rebate on a piece of paper that has 3 different components, water and sewer being the other 2.
Correct.
So we're not giving them a water rebate. We're giving them a debris rebate that is recorded on the water bill.
And we're gonna charge them $7 a month from here on out.
Basically, the water charge was, the rates were increased in order for us to be able to qualify for, 2 very large loans to upgrade our systems.
Water,
Debris was not involved in that water rate increase.
right.
If we decrease the amount that the people pay on the water portion as such, we are going to disqualify ourselves for those loans. It's simply a matter of moving it from line A to line B, from under water to under debris. We're still helping the customer, the residents, we're still meeting the water requirement obligation to get those loans. So I don't see a need to change a thing.
I think it's done, we've done it, and if we run into issues with the loan at a later point, then we cross that bridge if we come to it.
I was gonna bring it up because I brought up the part about the debris, $7,
Right.
and then it goes into your water bill as opposed to just the debris.
But it just showed on
It's
there
under-
as a credit, right? Just an
Yeah, it's just
$84
a
credit.
one-time $84,
Credit,
like coupon credit, yep. Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Okay.
Item 11, stricken, no executive session. Let's move to item 12, department heads. Joyce,
Yeah,
you
I
got
got
the floor.
vehicle quotes. I originally wanted to go back with Ford versus Dodge for the simple fact the Fords hold up better. I'll let Brian explain what's going on with our Dodges before I proceed forward.
Alright, the Dodge Durangos, they got good pick up and go, but the design, they have several design flaws. One of the design flaws is the heater hoses. All the new Durangos, except for the Chiefs at this point, because it's not been put under the pressures that me and, Corporal Middlebrooks put them under. There's a heater hose that's behind the engine block that's next to the firewall. It's, intertwined with wire, it gets hot, so therefore when rubber gets hot, it gets brittle. Well, it busts. Mine's done busted and Middlebrooks is done busted.
Twice each.
Twice each. Mine wasn't under warranty, Middlebrooks actually is in the shop right now getting it repaired, it's under warranty. Then there's a heater hose on the front that does the exact same thing. Then at so many miles, the oil cooler fan gets hot, it's all plastic, hot and brittle, and it slings through the oil coolers. It's happened to me with different departments. The Chargers does it, the Durangos do it, okay? Sometimes it does it in warranty, sometimes it does it out of warranty. It just depends on when it's gonna go out. That's the issue we have with the Durangos.
Chargers are notorious for that.
They are.
Durangos are too, because it's the same setup.
I don't
It's the
know
same
if
engine
Durangos have
setup.
Chargers.
Anyway, with that said, we can get a Durango for $44,900. Here's what's went up from each company. A year ago, it was from anywhere from $8,500 to about $11,000 is the uploading, all the equipment, the brush guard, all the toys, everything except lens lock, which they come on scene and do it. It's about $2,000. The total for the Durango with the full uploading minus the camera is $58,400. That's the lowest bid I've got. I got one from Fitzgerald Ford. They do not offer uploading. $45,389, just a little bit more than Woody Folsom. Brannon uploaded $65,000, two different quotes, that's for a 25 or a 26.
And that's all for Durangos.
No, that one's for the Fords, the 65,000 uploaded, I'm
Say that
sorry.
one again. So
Okay,
Ford's
Brandon
away.
gave me a quote, not uploaded, for the Ford, 47,000 even. Uploaded, 65,000, they're tagging 18,000 for the upcharge for the uploading, where Woody Folsom, it's about 13,500, I think.
And what's the base price of the vehicle?
Woody Folsom, 44,900. And Fitzgerald Ford came in right behind at 45,389, and that's, they did not offer, and right now are not contracted with anybody for uploading the vehicles.
So between Durango and Folsom, your quote's about the same with the upgrades.
Yeah, about $3,000 different.
Okay.
What's gonna be the price on the Folsom Ford, all up ready to go?
No, Folsom's gonna be the Dodge.
Well,
Upgraded, all ready to go, 58,400, bottom line.
That's on the Dodge.
Yes. All the other quotes and numbers is on Fords. Fords have went up substantially, and the big kicker there is the uploading, the outfitting of the vehicle is went up substantially from one year to the next, because I look back, the Durango I'm in right now, the gray one that y'all see me in, it was 43,000 last year. So we've only went from 43,000 to 44,900 on the Dodge Durango,
and the Ford's gonna be 65,000,
uploaded.
ready to roll.
Ready to roll, except for lens lock, which is about $2,000. We have a radio that we're gonna put in it
Okay.
and add our own stripes.
All of the things being equal, how long do we expect the Dodge Durango to run before we start having problems?
20,000 miles,
How long do we expect Ford to run before we start to have problems?
50 to 60.
But here's another thing, Durango's a V8, Ford's a six-cylinder.
It's not twin turbo.
It's not twin turbo, it's a
understand
straight, it's a straight six.
Basically, we'll almost have to buy two Durangos to make one Ford.
Exactly.
Sadly, and I love my Durango, I do, but I'm not putting it under pressure. I'm not out there chasing cars anymore. They're not holding up. I love them, I love the pickup, I love the power. But for the guys that go out and chase tickets all day long, it's not working.
Like
It's getting very expensive on my repairs.
Chad was on a traffic stop yesterday, sitting there, pulled the car over, the hose busted, he heard it bust, dumped all the antifreeze
Radiator.
on the ground. He had to let the car go because he had to get it out to the shop to have it parked.
Before it ran hot.
Because all of them's aluminum engines, they get too hot, they'll warp and crack.
Yep,
I don't think Dodge is a good choice anymore.
I concur. Dodge is not just a name, Dodge is a warning. Ben, please quote me.
I love mine, but it's not getting put under the stress that the
I
guys are
understand.
putting under.
Mr. Mayor, what is the state of our police, law enforcement fleet right now?
We have two Durangos on the fleet, the rest of them's Explorers. We have two Explorers right now coming up over 80,000 miles. One of them is a twin turbo, and with the twin turbos, they generally go anywhere from 100 to 120,000 miles before the turbos go out. And if the turbos go out, you're just going to have to replace the entire engine. So you're looking at anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to replace that engine and twin turbo. Now, we do have 3 under lease. We'll have to pay up in April.
5 total.
5 total. So I
So
don't
we'll
know.
be getting out from under lease come April,
April.
which will be great.
Now, I'm standing here on the outside looking in, it strikes me that it's a no-brainer to go with a Ford. Is that your position?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, I
Probably.
propose that we authorize the purchase of a Ford, to replace the vehicle that is coming up for the lease ending, is that correct?
Yes, we have in several,
Now, your contingency for vehicle is 50,000?
50,000.
Yeah. And how much can we reasonably expect to get off of the vehicle we're gonna sell off of lease, or are we getting nothing out of it?
Well, typically, when you pay up a lease, you either let them go back or pay $1 to keep the vehicle.
Okay,
That's how the lease works, and that's how, my understanding of the current agreement that was given to me from the office.
and that vehicle's getting long enough in the tooth to be problematic?
Absolutely, it already has been,
Yeah, we just put a little over $1,000 in it just to have the front end work and
at separate times.
at several times and have coil packs replaced it, which has coil packs, it's cost of doing business. It's gotta do with your plugs and all that stuff like that. That's just normal wear and tear on them. But with the twin turbo, from what I understand is, that's a common issue because when twin turbos kick in, it burns them plugs out quick.
Mr. Mayor, how much do we have in SPOS? Or not SPOS, not SPOS. Yeah, SPOS. How much do we have in SPOS available to offset the difference between what she's got in a vehicle fund and what this Ford's gonna cost us, if we so decide?
Oh, we have,
We have $152,000.
yeah,
We've already got commitments across the road and on the grapple truck.
yeah,
Actually,
12 to 50, right.
with the budget amount, plus contingency in the police budget, we already have 65,000 there.
How much
In the
total
budget.
you gonna need?
Excuse me?
How much total you gonna need to get this Ford?
Let me, with 65,000 plus 2,000 for lens lock, the installation of the radios, what, a couple $100?
Couple of those, probably about, if we got 50, probably.
So the radio,
another 20.
the extra can come out of
Between
20,
plus,
25.
no problem.
that, we've got
65,
About
About
I
68.
move that we authorize the, expenditure of SPOS funds to, augment the budget for the police department for vehicle, so that they can acquire a new vehicle, so that we can continue enforcing the law.
Second,
Okay, we got a motion and a second on the floor.
So y'all are
Everybody in
amending the
favor?
budget for it to come out of general, just so I have.
It's coming out of SPOS, isn't it? You've got 50,000.
I've got 50.
Got
So the
50
50
in
that's
the,
in the budget will come out of general and the rest will come out
yeah,
of
there's
SPOS.
50
Yeah.
in the budget.
Right,
Right,
so the remaining comes out
out
of
of SPOS.
SPOS.
the remainder comes out of SPOS.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, all in favor? So carried. All right. Anything else?
And, no,
Unitil, Unitil.
Anything else?
no, sir, thank you.
If I might, before we leave, how y'all doing on ammunition?
I just ordered, duty ammo because we have training ammo, but we go to the range March 26th, and we will need to refurbish that, so I ordered just a half a case because, man, that stuff's expensive.
And
I
then
know
during
it
the
is.
summer, we're having a night fire class come in so we can do night firing, so I'll let everybody know then. If they hear gunshots, it'll be from 4 o'clock to like 10 o'clock.
Yay.
Cause we're.
Sorry.
It's stuff we have to do, so it's gonna be rifles and pistols.
It will be over 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But we just got it scheduled from 4
When y'all
to
get
10.
ready to do that, Ben, if you run a little, blurb in the newspaper saying there are gonna be night fire exercises.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They remind me, I'll do it, yes, sir.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
I'll
Okay.
also do the ammo probably at a better price than they're paying.
Well, why don't you talk to them about that?
Charlotte, got anything?
I mean, I don't have anything, but I think we need to have a conversation about the floors in here. With the glue coming up, like Sean and them's already cleaned it several times, and it just looks terrible when we have people in here for court and they don't even wanna sit up there because you can just see all the glue. Like right now, I just put a piece of paper over top of it, cause it just seeps through. And there's several, Sean can tell you too, 'cause they cleaned it up.
But the public.
We'll get in touch with you.
It's,
How did the glue not dry?
well, do you remember when we had a leak a few years ago?
Yes.
And there was water everywhere, we're thinking that maybe
Well, that
that's,
occurs to me, that ain't glue.
Yeah,
yeah, it looks like glue.
cause you stick
And
it
it's
and you actually
sticky.
stick,
It's
you stick to the
sticky,
floor.
yeah. Like when
It's
we-
got a gluish texture.
The
Yeah,
guys
and that's
took some
fine.
goof off or something and it cleaned up, but it seeped back through.
Yeah, let the record reflect, the officer just said bluish.
Yeah. And when you have people walking up to the judge, it sticks to their feet, and then it comes all over, and it's sticky.
And the last thing, we need somebody slipping and falling in it, especially
Will.
in court.
Yeah,
We'll get in touch with him next week.
I think probably needs to be redone,
We'll
yeah.
see what has to be done.
Well, that's all
Alright,
For now.
Evan, anything else, Sean?
No.
Okay. Alright, under public input, anybody got anything?
I do,
Go ahead.
unless somebody else does first.
No.
Go ahead.
So I would like to propose that we do something to protect the council and the city and the mayor, which is to adopt, and we can call it whatever we want to call it, and, we'll probably need our city attorney to maybe look at the wording of whatever we need to do to get it, but we need to do something to make sure that whatever we're voting on, besides cause I know we have the resolutions that we have, is a matter of public record, not just for, so that if things are happening outside of the council, like outside of a public meeting, that we read it into the minutes, that becomes public record. If anybody wants to come in and ask for our particular voting record on something, they wanna see how we voted. I know we've got it in the minutes, but if something's happening by quorum and it's not getting read into the minutes, that we have that kind of thing like in a policy. I just don't wanna see anything come back on an audit in the future and there's no record of anything of the vote happening. And I know that we've had a couple of instances, and listen, I'm gonna chalk this up to old age. My old age could very well be my old age just playing into memory. I'm sad to say that there are no spring chickens on this council.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, and our memories, listen, my memory, I can't even remember what I had for lunch today, much less what happened in a meeting last month. If you
That's
ask me.
chicken.
And I know that our minutes, we've talked about before, being more robust and trying to go in. I know that there's all kinds of stuff that can go in and create transcripts of things, but, just more for protection for us to develop some sort of like a clear skies policy, just to protect ourselves as a council and protect our city against any kind of, lawsuits or anything, so that if we are talking, there's too many eyes and ears around that wanna make assumptions about things that are happening outside of the doors. And I think if we're seen to be talking, we just need to make sure that anything that we're talking about, not that we're doing it, but that if anything is getting talked about as a quorum, or decisions are being made by, hey, we've got a thing that came up and we need to vote on this real quick and we can't convene and we're talking about it, that we need to read it into the minutes in the next meeting. Just so that we're covering ourselves.
I don't know if that's covering anything. I'm not saying yours is a bad idea, but we do something, then we read it into the minutes, that's
Well, I mean, ideally, we
closing the
would,
barn after the horse came home.
ideally, we would have a called meeting, but we know that there's been decisions before that have been made that haven't happened in a open session, where they've happened by quorum. Whether it be an expenditure that needed to get money spent on, or what have you, that's happened under a quorum, but we haven't signed a resolution to it because it didn't come up, it wasn't done in a meeting. And I just wanna make sure that we're covered especially if it comes to spending money. There needs to be an audit trail of any kind of decision that's made where money is being spent. that's, it's really just from an audit perspective, if as a council, let's just say, an expenditure came up that somebody in a department that was over the department's head, and it was over the mayor's head, and, you know, we couldn't agree to meet, and it got, you know, voted on, and 3 people said, hey, yeah, it's okay with us, and it got voted on, and it was an expenditure that didn't get written up in the minutes, and we have nothing, no paper trail of that in our meetings, in our minutes, or anything of an expenditure.
I do not recall specific incidents in which that happened. It occurred to me that would constitute an illegal meeting.
It would, and I'm not aware of that ever happening.
Nor
I would
will.
have something to say about that.
Well,
But
We're pretty strict about following the sunshine laws.
I can't think of an instance where that's happened. Mayor, are you aware of that? There is, I don't know about it.
No, I mean, you know, unless what she's talking about is times that a decision had to be made on expenditure, and I've called majority of the council or whatever.
that's what I'm talking about.
Talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking
That's
about.
not a vote of the council, that's the mayor just, hey, this is what I'm doing. That's not a meeting, that's not a vote of the council.
But if it's over the expenditure limit of the department head,
He's not a department head, he's the mayor.
He is also the chief fiduciary officer of the city, is he not?
Right, chief executive officer too.
but he does have expenditure limits, does he not?
What is it?
I thought he had expenditure limits.
What is it? I'm
$2,000,
asking. Where's that codified at? I'm asking.
I don't know, that's what I was told.
I'll tell you that.
Let's just say
I
it
don't know.
cost $4,000 for a show. Sean's got 1,000, but he, okay, you got 2,000. That's 3,000. How's it gonna justify the other 1,000 without all of our agreement?
How many times have I done that?
No, I'm not, what I'm saying is, this is hypothetical, so we
Yeah.
won't get in trouble.
Yeah,
What?
It's not, we're not accusing anybody.
It sounds like it. If you haven't got the evidence to prove it, don't bring it up.
I'd rather we bring it up so we won't have to have evidence nowhere.
In other words, you want to accuse without any evidence.
it's not an accusation.
I don't believe you. Is that plain enough?
Okay, all right, let's calm down.
Okay,
I
you want me to
am
give
calm.
you, would you like for me to give you an example?
If you cannot give an example, don't bring it up. If you can, then you better bring it up.
Okay, I'll give you an example. At the last meeting, I was told that there was a piece of property that was purchased. I was told after the meeting that it was a done deal. I was not consulted about the purchase of a piece of property. I was not told about it in a meeting, and I don't remember. Now, again, I'm just saying, my memory might not be all it's jacked up to be.
We talked about it for about a year, of both of the properties.
You talked to everybody here. Did we vote on it?
We put it in the minutes.
No.
I didn't ask y'all. Beth, was it in the minutes? Go ahead.
Where y'all voted to purchase the property?
Yeah.
I'd have to look back, probably, if y'all voted for it, it would be in the minutes.
We
Discussion,
voted
maybe
to
not.
purchase property, but it wasn't that property.
I can go get the minutes and look, I don't need
What
those.
property?
The one right next door to Sean's place.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, let me propose that we have the city clerk conduct an audit of the last calendar year's minutes to see just exactly what we did and what we did not discuss.
Okay. All right.
I don't think that requires a motion, as it's part of the job to maintain the records of the minutes anyway. If you can do that Monday,
Now, what do you want me to, now, I have them all in a book, I can just look, but what am I specifically looking for?
any discussion of purchase of real estate.
That's all I've got.
Anybody got anything else public input? Good.
Move to pay bills.
Ben, I was gonna bring up to you too, just so you know, there is no agreement that's been made on sponsorship at all, but yet this thing's been voted through. You know, no funds can be distributed or anything on plots until agreement's in place. Alright. Alright, item 14, pay bills.
Got a motion from Big James,
Okay, a second.
Dave.
Okay, all in favor?
We've gone.
Second.
All in favor?
Joyce, yeah.